talk about Declan Rice, and you're tired of the glaze.
Oh man, don't get me started.
I can appreciate an ethical hater. I really can. So with that being said, is it that you don't think he is worth the hype, or do you think that the hype is just too much?
I think the hype is too much because I think
he's living off them free kicks.
Man, if he never got those free kicks, the discussion is totally different.
I understand, like we're in the Premier League, and I think the Premier League, they put a lot more emphasis on like stamina and physicality, and he does have, like, he is still a good football player. But in terms of, you look at like the likes of Vitinha, Pedri, and the video that I did, I was talking about like the best of the best. I was talking about like Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, Modric, all these players. A lot of them don't rely on that physicality. They know that it'll only get you so far. Like, you can only run so hard on a pitch before like you get exhausted. With Declan Rice, we just constantly say he's the best. They're saying he's the best midfielder in the league, he's the best player in the league. But like, I want to see him get Arsenal over the line. He's in those conversations, but just outright saying he's the best midfielder in the league consistently. And I feel like they talk about him more than any other player because obviously he's English.
So Premier League wise, who are you ranking over him at his position?
Are we calling him an 8, or what are we calling him?
Yeah, right, that's because the video I made is that they said he's the best 6 in the history of football, and I was like, I don't know, is he even...
Someone said in the history of football?
Yeah. It was a tweet. Now I think it was rage bait, so I did fall for it. But I think like, is he a 6? Is he an 8? You know what I mean? I think we're actually in a weird position with him right now, where like he's not in a 6, which is where he was brought in from West Ham, and like that's where he was unbelievably good at in terms of like his defensive side. He's maybe being pushed on a little bit more, but he's not an attacking 10 where he's going to get like loads of goals, loads of assists. So he's just someone who's really good at getting around the pitch and maybe helping out the team in terms of his industry. So I don't think he has any, I wouldn't say he has any, like, say, I think he's really, really at a high level at everything. But like, if you were to say like what's his best quality, you'd probably say maybe his stamina, like his tackling. Like,
well, yeah, he can be that destroyer in midfield, which is hugely important. But I don't see the creative vision from him that often.
When you say destroyer, then you compare him to like, say, Caicedo, and he's not at that level. Do you know what I mean? He's like not. if he's at like, say, he's not an attacking 10. He's not at like a Palmer level, like in terms of creativity, or Fernandez. That type of, he's a bit of a mix of everything. And I think if you're probably looking at like some of the best players in the world, they have like maybe 1 or 2 qualities that they're just like so far above everyone else at. And I think maybe that's something that he's maybe lacking a little bit right now.
Do a little more. You gotta do a little more.
And I think he has done that, like we say, like at the Real Madrid game, like he showed his quality in that. But then maybe in the, like, say, the PSG game, which are a difficult side, and I think he needs a team around him as well. But like, the best players get their teams over the line, and if we want to have him in those types of conversations, then he needs to get Arsenal over the line as well.
Yeah, he might not even be the best 6 on the team. Like, Zubimendi, just
unbelievable.
Pound for pound, might be a better 6, honestly.
Yeah, 100%. And he's a different type of 6 in the likes of, what you look at Zubimendi, like Gravenberch, they're kind of a little bit more of controller 6s.
Yeah.
And I think Rice, when he first came in, was kind of playing like that, but then they realized he's probably not naturally that type of player. He's more of a defensive one. So then they're like, right, we'll move you a little bit further on, and we'll bring in another 6, and then he's kind of just an 8, but like a box-to-box midfielder. But like, say, in years gone by, is he at the level of like, say, a Kante or a Gerrard? Probably not. So he's kind of a little bit below that. It's the best 6 in the history of football. That's why I bit at the debate.
They got you.
Does any part of you hold a grudge against Declan Rice for like switching his nationality to Ireland, to play when he thought he wasn't good enough for England, and then once he got good enough, being like, I don't need the Irish anymore?
No. I like, you can hold grudges, but like, I only want people to play for Ireland if they want to play for Ireland. You know what I mean? Like, that, at the end of the day, it's the same at Liverpool. If someone wants to leave Liverpool, I don't want that player. If they want to leave, they want to leave. And you shouldn't want to have anyone in your team that doesn't want to be there. So if he felt, and the thing is as well, he's obviously grown up in England. I think you can question like the way he did it, where like he probably used Ireland because he couldn't play at England youth levels. I think that's probably a bit bad, and then he traded over. But if he didn't want to play for Ireland, that's his decision, and have to accept his decision.
Like, he would have been the king of Ireland though.
Yeah. Well, think about it, like, we had him, Grealish, Kelleher, O'Brien, Collins.
That's a squad. That's a squad.
Is Ireland going to the World Cup?
No.
Oh,
I think
okay.
we drew with Hungary, which is good, and then we lost to Armenia, and they're like 50 places below us.